Here's our little ladies. We've got Zoe here, Carol, and then we've got our 3 Siamese girls, which is, we just see one there, Pam, Erin and Kelly. Now they're very hard to tell apart, and people have sometimes said to me, we've got 2 rats that are so alike we can't tell them apart. Now we had this problem with Pam, Erin and Kelly, and it took me ages. Even now I have trouble. The only thing I could find where they are so similar is they have slightly different markings on their tails. So usually you will find something. They have slightly different faint markings on their backs, but it's very hard to tell. You just have to look for something and see what if you can find any little feature, however small. Yes, you're very cute, and I would like to open the door, but you're all going to try and jump out, aren't you? Hey, my little girls. Hello. Hello. Hello, my little Zoe. Here comes Zoe. I'm going to pop the lid down a minute because I don't want Zoe to escape. She'll be all over the floor. Now, what I was going to talk about today is something that I get asked many times. What can we do? Our parents won't let us have rats. Now, this is such a common problem, and I can sympathise 100% with you, because my mother would absolutely refuse to let me have rats when I was a child. And I had a friend with rats, and I thought they were just the most adorable creatures ever. And I had to wait until I left home and had my own place. And, you know, sometimes there is nothing you can do, but you cannot force your parents to make you have rats. You can't force your parents to like rats if they don't like them. Now, the common thing is that parents will not understand rats. So there are some things you can do to introduce them to rats. You can show them rat videos. You can show them how cute they are, how clever they are, and how sweet they are. You can explain to them that rats are very clean. And great fun to watch, and very affectionate and very intelligent. A good way to do this is if you have a friend who's got rats, or go to a rescue centre where they will be happy for you to handle the rats and for your parents to handle the rats. If all else fails and your parents just point blank say no, then you really can't do much. You have to respect their wishes. But what you can do is continue to research, to learn as much as you can about rats. Start saving up for a rat fund, so when you do have your rats you have lots of money. If you've got a friend with rats, you can ask if you can go over regularly and help care for the rats and play with them. So you'll be gaining valuable handling experience. If you don't know anyone with rats, then I suggest you go and find a local rescue centre, either a charity rescue centre or a private rescue centre, and ask if you could volunteer on a regular basis. Now, charities and rescue centres, usually they can't afford to pay you. The voluntary work is free, but it gives you very valuable handling experience of caring for rats and just getting used to rats. And all this will be really useful to you, and you know, you're also in a good place. If some rats do come in and your parents change their mind, then you'd have a very good opportunity to get some good rats. The other thing that you can do really with the private rescue centres, or if you're going to join a rat group or a rat club, to make sure that if you're under 16 that you're very aware of safety, of taking your parents with you when you first go to meet people, to check in so they can check out that everything is safe and that you won't come to any harm. That's very important. You must put your safety first. So involve your parents, and you know, you might well need a lift from your parents to get to a rescue centre. So that's one good thing you can really do. And I say charities and rescue centres are often desperate for help, and they really appreciate help with cage cleaning and feeding rats and cuddling them. So rat groups, you will have 2 good things. If you can get your parents to take you along to a rat group, you'll meet people, you'll get a chance to handle rats, you will find out about all the different types of rats, the colours, varieties, and also contacts. So when you are ready to get rats, you'll have some really good contacts. So that's probably the best advice I can give you, is don't give up. Don't rush to get your rats. you don't want to have to rehome them because your parents decide you can't have them or whatever, and or things don't work out. The other important thing to remember is if you're a young person in rented accommodation, that you have to get permission from your landlord. You don't want to get rats and then have to rehome them. I had to wait many years, and in fact when I was married, my husband didn't like rats and I couldn't keep them. So I had to wait until I was 40 to get my first rats, and that was unbearable. Meanwhile, I kept guinea pigs and mice and other animals, but I had to wait such a long time for rats. But however long you wait, it's going to be a wonderful experience for you. So just don't lose hope and just do everything you can to learn about rats and to try and show your parents what wonderful animals they are. But remember, don't pressurise your parents. There could be other reasons of why they don't want you to keep rats. It might not be anything to do with the actual rats. There could be things that they haven't discussed with you, such they could have worries about accommodation or finances. So please don't pressurise your parents. It's fine to show them about rats and tell them about rats and show them videos, but the more you pressurise your parents, the less likely they are to agree. So I'm afraid that's the best advice I can give you for now. And there's my adorable little girlies. Hey, cute girls.